Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun, running back on the move. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can continue.
Oh, he dropped it! Pulls and fires complete. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Reed. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Caught near the sidelines, he'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Wow. short. Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's just excellent coverage. Cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Scanning the field, it's flagged away. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Quarterback checking the play. He's going to pass. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. From the gun, give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the 2nd ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
And the returner goes down. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last possession, a prime example, Jet. And that pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Florida. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, man.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. They're bringing heat. Still looking. Dances away to buy time. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Running for the tape. They finally make the stop, but what a way to end this first quarter after that fantastic play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida 14, Texas A&M 0.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Leaves it with the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
On third down, going up top. Buys a little time. And to get rid of it quickly.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And here comes the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Here comes the offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball in his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Reed. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take another shot here. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that. The
Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Coastal Carolina was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Conway. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gator. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the unloads it downfield. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
Number 86, with the carry.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. He fires to the left side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away. It's a big-time play.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Daniels. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. 1st down here for the offense. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
Now on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Flagway. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Third and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a drive there of 82 yards. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football to come out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They go to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll try the run. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down. On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's complete. Touchdown, Aggies. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by just one over Wyoming. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking downfield, it's Flagway. He rifles one deep down the middle. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation.
He's going for it all. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Gators. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab on the right. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. And here they come almost all the way back. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Gators want to move quickly. Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Flagway. He's got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Looking for a crease, it's Daniels. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Now facing a third and long. got it looking for a first. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off. And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the incompletion brings up a second down. Back to throw, it's Lagway. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
Gonna let it fly. He caught it. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Ball is loose.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to him. Smashes through. Good, solid tackle.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida 42, Texas A&M 28.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
On fourth down, looking to pass. Coming after him. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He fires it out to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it. They got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, those slot receivers nowadays are a little waterlogged, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Texas A&M going quickly. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Well, you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. And the Aggies trying to cash it in on first and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. They're going to give him another chance on second and goal. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to throw, it's Reed. Now adjusting. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to...
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go to the air. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Hines is back in the middle. Across the 25, he's got room. Bulldozes his way through. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra 1st down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David. He wants to take the top off. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He caught it, and he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Trying to bully their way in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Back to throw, it's Reed. He's got his man. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. The 50, the 40, at the 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And he throws another interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll come out throwing on first down. He fires one deep down the right side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Trying to get to him. Keeps it going. Keeps looking downfield. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So